Hi, my name is Seth Peterson, and today we're going to be cooking the Colombian delicacy, Chuleta Valluna. It is a piece of pork loin that is marinated, breaded, and fried.
The ingredients needed for this recipe include 1 3-pound pork loin, 3 chopped garlic cloves, 2 finely chopped scallions, 1 finely chopped white onion, half a teaspoon of ground cumin, a cup and a half of flour, a tablespoon of Sazon Goya, 4 eggs, 2 cups breadcrumbs, a half cup of vegetable oil, and to top it off with salt and pepper. I start off by using my steak shears to trim off the fat off the loin. It doesn't necessarily say that in the recipe, but there's just so much on the loin I decided to do what I could. I'm cutting 6 slices of the loin here, but I'll tell you later why you should cut into 12 instead. Then tenderize your loin. I went with a little rough approach. You do not have to do it the way I did. Set your meat aside, and then we get around to chopping our vegetables. Be sure to chop your vegetables as fine as you can.
So good.
Oh my god! I feel like every time we've done something, she's got
Garlic finger smells.
it. And I already asked him there. Okay, I am so confused by that friendship. So, since she started working here.
Place your chopped vegetables in a large resealable bag. This is what you will use to marinate your pork loins in. Add your pork loins to the bag as well.
So, we had a mishap. We had a very fun time having said mishap, but in a way it kind of delayed our process.
Oh my god.
It's gonna be good though, it's gonna be good. We can rinse it when we're done when it's done marinating.
Oh no, can this be a segment of Seth always
Did you
dropping
get it?
things?
Can I have a segment of Seth without dropping things? It's all good. We just gotta clean it. No, I'll clean it up. We're gonna rinse it off and
So that's
then
part of
we're
the
gonna serve
recipe.
it. And Ollie, and then yeah, it's all good. Don't want to start from scratch. So that we have to shoot on a different day, hence why I'm in completely different clothing. So we're continuing on day 2 with the cooking. It also gives enough time to marinate the pork. And so there's some positives to come out of this. So just wanted to fill you in before we continue. Alright, now let's continue the cook.
Here you can see my crew chopping up new vegetables because I didn't feel confident chopping up new ones after what I did. You should let your pork loins marinate up to 4 hours or even overnight. That was one of the perks that came with us filming on a second day. The loins were already marinated and we could just start from there. Then add your oil to the frying pan on your stovetop and set the heat to medium. I'd recommend you don't use all your oil as you might need it later for the other pork you might be cooking. In one deep dish, add your sazon and flour together and mix well. I goofed earlier when getting the ingredients and got a loaf of bread instead of breadcrumbs. Make sure you get breadcrumbs and add that into another deep dish. In your final deep dish, add your eggs and whisk away. Make sure you lather your pork loins fully in each dish before you place it in the pan.
Yeah.
As mentioned earlier, we made a mistake by cutting the loins into 6 slices instead of 12. so it was especially difficult to cook it properly. We then decided to cut them in half so that we could get a better job on the pork loins. Be sure to cook each side for about 3 to 5 minutes. It might look burned for a bit, but it's the inside that will tell you if you've done a good job or not. It shouldn't look pink, more so white. There's no shame in putting your pork loins back on the stovetop. That's exactly what I did. Just want to make sure that you don't get sick from eating pink pork loin. After cooking each side, you are all done. Be sure to give a taste test before making it official.
It's actually really good. I approve.